Welcome everyone to race number 9 of the season. There are 3 races left in the championship for ARL Tier 1 in Season 1. I'm joined today by Milo Gaming. Milo, make sure you include your audio. Oh boy, another great thriller track, another great thriller race. A classic track in F1, I want to say. Oh my god, this is going to be a great one. Felipe making his first start in the league. Nufsy Ryan making his first start in the last, after missing the last 2 races. This is going to be a thriller, I'm telling you right now. Well, welcome though, Milo. What have you got to say about
Thank you very much.
This week?
Last weekend set us up for this. Similar characteristics with the long straights, and with league racing, it's all about managing the ERS and fuel, staying in the slipstream. So that's what we're going to have again today with all the long straights around Monza. It's really anyone's game, with safety cars, with strategy, how you manage. Gonna be a good one.
Gotta ask you, if there's a 5-car train, where on that train do you want to be when it comes to that last lap? Or the last few laps?
Second, I think. You're neutralized from any attack from behind with the DRS, slipstream and focus ahead. Then you've just got to pick the right move. It's absolutely crucial.
Yeah, I've got to say, oh yeah, by the way, make sure you send the stream link into the chat, but there are a lot of things we've seen in this quality session. The 2 Ferraris slipstreaming each other, the teammates, Tax and his Finnish teammate, the Finnish drivers. Those 2 are going to get along very well for the last few races, with Ferrari maybe still having somewhat of a chance for that constructors. Obviously, Haas and Alfa are the 2 teams we're going to watch for today, as both drivers for those teams are here. I want to mention something about Rapalukas. Rapalukas originally could not make today, but his dad right now is actually racing for him right now. Until Rapalukas gets back, and even if it's in time, his dad is racing for him. And I gotta say, that is pretty cool to see. So, obviously, that'll definitely go down as record books. Obviously, you have IronX, GSRX, and his brother in the server, who are both graphic designers in the league. And you have the 2 cousins, Polo God and Aaron Ocon. And now you have, I guess, the father-son duo of Rapalukas and his dad, I guess. So that's pretty cool, I gotta say. It's pretty cool to see. But this qualifying session's winding down. Nufsy Ryan starts his lap. This is all where it matters. Tax with slipstream got to 210 miles per hour. Nufsy Ryan, 219 into the first corner. This is where it's crucial. This is where it matters. Right now, you need to go for pole. 8 1,000ths, by the way. Last weekend's pole time was between the first and second driver. It was 7 1,000ths. Now, I do think we're going to see a 119-0, 119-1. And thank you for sending the stream into the chat. Appreciate that.
Not a problem.
Polo God's retired. I think that is on track. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think it's manual.
And I think Tax's teammates retired also, as Polo God's car is sitting right in front of the track. That's very dangerous by his car.
And you see Ryan's sector 2 split, he's matching it. He's literally level with his current time.
Now, Nufsy Ryan's got some competition this week. Usually, with him, he'd actually be battling with people, but he's got a lot more competition with Tax, F1 driver, Felipe, DW. He's got other drivers to battle with, and I'm telling you right now, his Lannis crosses the checkered flag. Nufsy Ryan heading to the final corners. Let's see what he can do. And I've got to say, Rapalukas with his dad racing starting in the back, this could change a lot of things as he does lead the championship. Nufsy Ryan goes on to pole. Oh. And what can the McLaren of DW do?
He's aborted.
He stays 5th. Okay, so Tax is getting a slipstream from Felipe.
F1 driver's the 10th up.
And what can he do? Tax heading to the final corners. The Alpha of Ironax stays 9th. Kogata 8th. Tax coming to the final corner. And out of Parabolica. Tax has only won 2 races. Still in contention. Oh, not enough. 61 1,000ths, that is missing it. F1 driver.
So that's F1 driver.
Can he do it? He does it!
Yes,
119-0! Oh my goodness, and Felipe will not get it. F1 driver, I believe that's his 3rd pole of the season and tying the most poles in the league. Amazing stuff by F1 driver. Yeah, let me check the poles. GSRLs, DW, and now F1 driver have the most poles at 3. Amazing quali session. Another close one. I've got to say, that was pretty good, to say the least. Oh, I'll run you down through the lineup, though. F1 driver on pole. Nufsy Ryan second. Felipe in his first start. In third, Tax P4. P5 is DW. DW and Tax have to do a lot here today and need to make sure Rapalucas is knocked out of that championship hunt with over race between them. Ricochet 6th. Polo God 7th. Kogata 8th. GSRX 9th. And Rapalucas rounding out the top 10. I think he may have come back now, but does he have a setup? That's the question. But that's the thing with Rapalucas being back. How is this going to play into his hands? And how is it going to play into DW and Tax's hands? And even Ricochet's. They need a lot to do today. And they need to make sure they are within a race of a race of Rapalucas. Because they are worse than a race behind. They are 31 points, 39 points, and 40 points behind. A lot can change here in Monza. I think proven from that quality session, Milo, a lot can happen today. And it could be easily changed. I think Britain really showed that, but another close qualifying session for the top once again could really show that a lot of these drivers have the pace here to stay within DRS or slipstream. And that could play the factor. You still there, Milo Gaming? See here? I don't know if he's still here, but well, we still have everyone else here. The formation lap is on, and we'll be going over the ones to watch. The drivers to watch here today. Who will they be? Milo Gaming, are you there?
My battery died. I'm finally back.
But you could tell just from seeing that qualifying session, a lot can change in just a split second or whatever can happen. And like the documentary we had last week, the pressure is on. A lot can change because this championship battle is definitely going to change. Now, something I did mention to Atlantis about laying back in the formation lap. I said if he lays back, he needs to lay back a corner at worst. So, the drivers to watch today, I'd say I'm gonna take 3 drivers to watch today. I'm gonna go through them very quickly. F1 driver on pole. You know what? He may have missed last week, but he can come back even stronger this week. And he and Nufsy Ryan have a great rivalry this season so far at USA.
Yeah.
And even what we saw there with that battle, I think we could see another great battle with them today. Nufsy Ryan and P2. I want to mention with him as the favorite. I've got to say, oh my God, Nufsy Ryan has won one race already and won in his first start. But the thing, or actually second start, I'm sorry. Won in his second start, won in a thriller at USA. But can he do it in chaotic fashion again today? And Sam's points will go to Red Bull, by the way. Another driver I'm going to be watching is Atlantis. Atlantis did very decent here, based off of practice from what I've seen, and did pretty good here in ILR back a few seasons ago in F1 2018. Can he transfer that momentum over to F1 2019 and actually do something good today and maybe get his best finish? We will just see. Milo, who are your 3 you're watching out for?
Well, we know the little situation right now with Rapalucas. He had his dad's attending qualifying for him, but he does lead the championship for Rapalucas by 31 points to DW. So they're my first 2, Rapalucas and DW. How will their races pan out? Will Rapalucas get to move up the field if he does take over driving? I'm not too sure what the situation is at the moment. But DW in second. Not second, 5th. Starts 5th. He's second in the championship. He needs some big points today to outscore Rapalucas. And lastly,
and last one.
This is tricky. I'm gonna go ERN for Felipe.
Alrighty. Alrighty, lights are about to go out, and just remember, it's not just a driver's championship battle we have a constructor's championship battle. Haas and Alpha, they're still within that battle. Let's see what we can do today as we go. Lights out, and away we go. F1 driver holding the brake a little off the start, and he's losing
What a start
time.
for Felipe.
Felipe, is he going to from 3rd to 1st? Hey, little contact through the back, but so far so clean through turn 1 as the Red Bull does go wide. Side-by-side Tax passes F1 driver, and I don't know what's happened there. So there's been some contact in the back. Hellcat gets it through. These guys get it through pretty clean. Rapalucas dropping to 14th. I don't know if it's him or his dad racing, but we'll just have to see what happens through the midfield. Bama, and Ricochet's gained a place already. Side-by-side with Bama and Axe. Those two make contact. Remember, that happened actually earlier this season in France. Let's just remember, those two, both Americans, they're fighting to who gets that higher spot and choosing a car next season for the team leader spot. As still, within the top 10, 5 seconds within them.
DW piling some pressure on F1 driver early on. F1 driver lost 3 places off the start, finds herself in 4th at the end of lap 1.
I've got to say, I got to tell you, Tax, Ricochet, and DW, they got to do a lot here. Like I mentioned, fairly clean first lap, I will say, but I've got to say, with them being as close as they are in the championship and as close as they are on track, I hate to say it, and I hate to say this because I don't think working together for them will help, but it may help them. Only because of the fact you see Tax making a move on F1 driver into turn 1. It may help them because it could change a lot. That could happen. Tax stays ahead and now gets ahead.
Oh, DW's lost some wing. Sorry to interrupt.
Ooh.
That was at turn 1.
And it is going to affect him. It is the left side. That's not the side of the wing you want to lose. Fizzers, Bama, and GSRX all in a battle here. You got the Canadian, you got the North American, and you also got, the Ferrari spinning. That's his teammate, and that's Rapalucas involved. Rapalucas has been involved. Fizzers is off. Rapalucas involved. Championship implications. Sam Steed's got a piece of that. And now, what's going to happen here? Rapalucas back in the back here. P15. We mentioned yesterday with Riles. He had trouble. And the day he could clinch the championship. I want to mention, Rapalucas could have clinched the championship today, but don't look like it's happening today. And that battle
guy just innocently got wiped by Fizzers out of control.
Oh, Felipe nearly getting a tank slapper off that corner. Polo God getting past Ricochet, but Polo God, I gotta mention to you guys, at the start of the race, Felipe getting the fastest lap, but I gotta mention, Polo God and me made a deal, kind of a bounty on him. How if he DNFs this race, because he's DNF'd 4 of the last 5 races he's participated in, as he's gonna make a move in Ricochet. If he DNFs today, he has to let Aaron Ocon race a race in that Mercedes in Tier 1. And oh boy, just imagine the memes about that. That would be pretty bad to get memed on like that. And he's already got memed on, I believe it was an LDRL, right? Oh, Fizzers! Oh, hitting Tax's teammate off. It was an LDRL, Abu Dhabi, where he had said if I DNF today or crash, I'll go to China and get the coronavirus. Oh my god, if he DNFs today with Polo God, oh, he's gonna get memed on, and this won't be the last of it. I will tell you that right now. It won't be the last you'll be hearing from Polo God. But DW's falling back a little bit, even though he is getting ring damage. It's not gonna help him for the championship. Remember, DW is a team leader next season. He's gotta hold on to that second place if he wants first choice for a car. Oh, Ricochet! Oh, and there's more for wing broken. By someone, I think. Someone broke a front wing here. It may have been DW. I think he's just broken part of his front wing. Maybe more of it. And if it is more, it's going to affect him a lot. And I believe it is more. Unless it's Ricochet's or Polo God's, which I'm not sure. But Rapalucas back in P13. He's got to get some points out of this as Fizzers is going wide. Remember, Fizzers had 2 quali bans and is under probation, but the battle for the lead continues. Bama taking the fastest lap. Axe getting passed by Bama. I'm going to guarantee Bama had some DRS there to be involved with that. Enough to see Ryan and Felipe battling here. The Brazilian versus the British driver. Enough to see Ryan moving under the braking slightly. Remember, it was questionable with Nufsy Ryan's attendance. Was he going to be able to be a Tier 1 full-time driver next season? Was he going to be able to be in a seat next season because of his attendance? And he's a fast driver. He's been proven he could race fast and be in a seat. But his attendance has been an issue. Him showing up today may have saved that, possibly. But Nufsy Ryan, right now, within DRS of Felipe, we're going to see a great battle between these two.
Could last the full race with the way they're setting up.
Obviously, safety car could obviously change things too. Any moment. Stampede and attacks his teammate, Aposkari. Oh, contact between the two. Oh, they're gonna go off. Oh, Sam Steed's gonna go into a barrier.
Sam's off.
Into damage. Oh boy, that was not good for him. Polo God getting passed by Bama here. Bama, after lap 1 contact, going off the track. He's gaining all he can. Remember, he wants a shot to not be currently last choice for the team leaders for who chooses what car. Polo God said, I don't want to be Mercedes. I just want to be a different car. And now Nufsy Ryan gaining on Felipe. But Polo God, oh, braking early there. Polo God said, I don't want to be in a Mercedes because I know I'm going to have bad luck in that car. And because of that, right now, if he stays where he's at, I believe he would still have rather 9th or 10th choice for a car next season as F1 driver, getting very sideways there. Remember, it's a championship within a championship. You got the Drivers' Championship still within grabs, and you still got the Constructors' Championship between Haas and Alpha with 12 points apart from each other, but Red Bull and McLaren are 41 back, so if anything happens to Haas, which you see, they're outside the points. Alpha, they're in the points right now with both cars. Red Bull, Sam Steed in the back. You have Ricochet in the points. You have McLaren, DW up there. You know, if anything happens to Alpha or any of the teams, those two could take advantage, and possibly could that mean they're back in championship contention heading into Germany. Remember, we got 2 races left after this that could decide anything that happens. And Felipe gaining on F1 or Nufsy Ryan, being smart about it, not making the move when he should. Polo God, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Already a mistake for Polo.
It's first to pit.
Now there is a wing change for him. He has picked up damage. Now it is close between 1 and 2 right here, heading into Sector 2. F1 driver tax sideways. F1 driver picked up a penalty, but F1 driver has heading to the Lesmos. Side by side. Wheel to wheel.
Oh, he's trying to hang around the outside.
Tax. You know, he's got to gain a lot. He was 39 points back into this race, but DW has picked up damage. And because of this, ooh, they could change everything. Remember, DW is going to still miss Abu Dhabi unless plans change. Who knows? Oh, Tax has picked up a penalty in Ascari. And now F1 driver is going to try to take advantage, heading into Parabolica. Remember, the pit stops are still going to come up pretty soon, as pit stops should come up about halfway into this race, a little before that, or a little bit after that. Who knows with what it could be. F1 driver, getting wide. Sideways, but Felipe gaining on FC Ryan. Look at the momentum. 2:15 into turn 1.
F1 driver doing 2:17.
Ooh, sideways! Contact! And they're trying to make it through unscathed and clean. Just like Felipe and Ryan did. And those two have got to gain a lot on these front two if they want a chance. And obviously, safety car could happen. I want to mention something about Rappa Lucas. He is 18 seconds behind the leaders. Whole pit stop behind, almost. So, safety car could change his race. And GSRX with a penalty. Remember, GSRX was out on the first lap this past weekend. So, obviously, with the field being so much more competitive this week for Tier 1, with Felipe joining the league, everyone else racing who should be, it's looked more competitive. And Nufsy Ryan is still behind Felipe, trying to make a move when he can. I will tell you, I raced Felipe earlier on Tuesday in CRL, and I will tell you, he is going to be one of the best defenders I think I've seen in this league that there is. I gotta say, his defending skills are pretty great. Maybe there are people who are slightly better with it, but I've got to say Felipe can hold onto a position very well without causing an accident. But here he goes into turn 1. Nufsy Ryan gaining on him. You know, Felipe's just going to be smart about this. He can't just dive bomb it back, which he's not going to do. And he's going to be smart about this. He's going to realize when the right time is to make a move on Nufsy Ryan. DW behind Ricochet now. DW still has wing damage, but he's still keeping up with the Red Bull driver Ricochet. And still close between 1 and 2 and close between 3 and 4. Tax, barely any ERS. Barely any ERS for 3rd and 4th. But the most ERS in the top 6, oh wow, I don't even know who goes to it. It goes to Ricochet. And he's got a penalty. When do you expect the pit stops to happen, Milo? When do you expect that to happen in the race? When do you expect people to start coming in?
I'd say lap 10 we'll see the first undercutters, unless someone's going to be brave and go for it now. Try and find some clean air.
They could. And Apiscari does pick up a penalty. Oh, tax sideways off of Ascari. Oh, wow. And I will say, Rapalucas, even though there's been some drivers to pit, he is up into the points. If he can score points, or maybe even just 8th place out of this today, I think they'll be...
Oh, and UFC Ryan. Sorry, trying to trick ERN Felipe into coming into the pits, and F1 driver does come into the pits.
Fissers is out. And Felipe has been passed by him. UFC Ryan in the back of him. F1 driver. First driver to pit in the front field. So, who comes in next? Does Tax try to pit this lap and maybe get the advantage on him? Or does he wait?
I think Tax will respond to this.
He's going to have to. But he has no other choice. And I think, you know what, this gives a good chance for DW possibly to get in some clean air if it is possible. F1 driver's going to come out ahead of Sam Steed. And behind GSR Thrasher. Tax with a time penalty. I think that's a second, maybe. I'm going to check. Yeah, it is a second. FC Ryan's only got a warning. Felipe's got nothing. Ricochet's got 2 penalties. Now, obviously, this upcoming week, will be next season's schedule being released, so we will let you know on what will happen. Obviously, the top 3 in the standings heading into, I believe it was Austria, was Rapalucas, DW, and Ricochet. So those 3 were the drivers who got to pick the 3 tracks that they did. They had Spain, Singapore, and Hungary, all downforce tracks, the ones being picked for next season. Felipe, is he going to trick him this time? Oh, he is pitting this time. Oh, speeding! Oh, no! Yeah. This is not going to help. Well,
and big in lap now. Oh, DW as well. What's going on?
Retired.
2.
Tax is pitting also. He's responded. Atlanta stays out. Bama stays out. Ricochet stays out. So, Tax, Axe, DW, and Felipe all pit. But where are they going to come out compared to everyone else? Rapalucas comes out ahead of Hellcat and is 5th. Comes out ahead of Felipe. So, Rapalucas, if he could just make the best out of this, I think that will help. But I don't even know if he has a setup or straight line speed. I don't know what he has, but something's definitely missing from that Haas driver that you don't usually see.
And Felipe makes contact. But he's got the move.
Got the move done on Hellcat. Very well. DW is behind Sam Steed. DW had to change a wing, and look how far he's back. I think GSRX had to do the same, but still 15 drivers within this race still left. And I tell you, this is one of the fastest Grand Prix that happened, I will tell you. It has gone pretty quick so far. I believe this is like the shortest race of the season. And Singapore's the longest, so Singapore will be in next season. We'll have to see how long that actually will be. It's even including safety cars. But Nufsy Ryan responds by pitting. So I know Felipe had the 5 seconds he did, but he might appeal that, or Nufsy Ryan possibly will get into trouble if he was my one to watch. And F1 driver does get by Hellcat, who does pit in the Mercedes. Tax staying out, or not staying out, but gaining the advantage, and some people. Thrasher 10 lap softs here, still in sick P6. Let's give the rundown through the field through the top 10. Atlantis in P1 started actually back in P13, and oh, look at that cluster in sector 1. Felipe P2, Nufsy Ryan P3, F1 driver P4, Tax P5, Thrasher P6, Bama P7, DW P8, P9 is Ricochet, and P10 is his teammate of Sandsteed. Might show Williams, but he should be in the Red Bull, and that points will go toward Red Bull. But GSRX and Polo! Position change has been real interesting so far from some of these drivers. The position change has changed a lot of things, for sure. These drivers, Alabama Outlaw and Thrasher racing wheel to wheel. Thrasher letting him by pretty easily. Not giving him too much of a fight, as he does have to pit this lap probably. I'm going to assume he is. Same with Atlantis. The Toro Rosso drivers on the same strategy of extending their strategy much longer in case a safety car does come out. We've been safety car clean so far. Pretty race clean. And Nufsy Ryan gaining on Felipe as Landis pits. Fastest lap for F1 driver. He's going to dive it down the inside. Ooh. I've got to say, what a move.
Deep. Switch back.
He's going to... Oh, wow. Felipe trying everything he can. He's got the traction off the corner. You thought Massa and Hamilton was interesting between a Brazilian and a British driver? Well, now you got Felipe and Ryan here battling for the lead and possibly what could be the win, but obviously Felipe did speed in the pits, so that could obviously affect things later on. Obviously, a lot of things can change here within any second, as I was just changing some settings. Atlantis does come out behind Rapalucas, so this is going to be interesting. Can Rapalucas get back to the points? There's going to be a 4-car train here. Thrasher passed for Ricochet. Obviously not the train I expected it to be, but once again, you still have a train midfield, so obviously the midfield has been pretty interesting this season between people like Gautier and even GSR Hamilton when he was in some of the races. Atlantis back there. Kind of GSRX at the top of the midfield. Sam Steed. The drivers toward the midfield. You know, it's been very interesting to watch them this season go back and forth at it. But here comes Felipe once again on F1. Or not. I keep mixing that up. Nufsy Ryan. You know what? I better just like hand out $1 to like the race winner every time I get F1 driver Nufsy Ryan wrong. I don't know why I'm getting that wrong. That's really weird. I better do something, I guess, to make me stop saying
F1 driver's actually gaining. So
that is true.
I got them mixed up even more in a moment.
Passed by Rapalucas. Hologod's got no ERS. Rapalucas has more. If Rapalucas, I'm telling you right now, if he can maybe get close to that top 5 today just from this, I think that's a good win for him by this. But, you know, pressure's on for a lot of drivers. DRS, within, next time, it will be DRS for F1 driver, I believe. If these guys still, or if he's still within a second of him, it will be. That's what it will be. The ERS difference between these guys aren't pretty far off, and it's pretty equal and fair between the top 3. Oh, Nufsy Ryan weaving on that straight, trying to make sure he doesn't get the DRS or the the slipstream.
7 tenths between the top 3.
Oh yeah, that is amazing to see. It really is, because that's race effect Nufsy Ryan once again keeping that lead. But look at Felipe gaining 216, 217 into turn 1. F1 driver's going to have a chance at this now too, but he's got the lowest ERS out of these guys, so it's not going to help like that. But those guys applying the ERS, they'd have to. Halfway through this race already, and 2 drivers out of the race. I think that might be the least we've had in Tier 1 so far. That's going to be the way it stays. But there are still a lot of drivers close to each other to the point where a safety car could easily come out. At least a virtual. We've not seen any crash, any DNF that's really resulted in that. Episcar and Fitz was retired by the game. It wasn't by manually driving, so they retired by automatically retiring. So that was a changer. Nufsy Ryan not making a move into the Scary corner. And Felipe losing the back end. Hogata with a time penalty. But look at the run out of the corner Nufsy Ryan's gonna get. And it is F1 driver going to make it 3 wide. Oh, he's trying everything he can. You know, that front straight's a great place to make him a great move, and DW, he's picked up a penalty. Rapalucas is close to GSRX also. These front 3, I'm telling you, DRS is time for F1 driver. Nufsy Ryan wants that slipstream over Felipe, or F1 driver getting it. But is he going to make it 3 wide? What is he going to do? Into turn 1, they're both passing.
Felipe's lost 2 positions.
Oh my goodness. Axe does stay ahead of Rapalucas, but heading out on the main straight, that could change. These front 3 we're definitely going to focus on. Rapalucas does get by GSRX. Very easily. Rapalucas, I got to say, recovery drive from P10. I know that might not seem like a lot, but recovery drive from how he was back in last at one point. I know driver of the day is not a thing anymore, but oh man, I gotta say, he is a contender every week for driver of the day because he continues to impress. Axe by Rapalucas here. Ooh, that was slight contact. Battle for the lead is still heating up. Remember, Felipe does have a 5-second, but let me check. Ooh, is penalty for Rapalucas. Let me check F1 driver's penalties. F1 driver has a penalty. Nufsy Ryan has a warning. So, 5-second time penalty for Felipe. So, oh boy. Rapalucas with a penalty. Again, unless that's the same thing. Might be the same thing. F1 driver gaining on Nufsy Ryan one more time. Where is he going to go? Oh, he's going to go down the inside into turn 1. He might make the move.
He's not going to give up.
No one's going to give it up. Contact damage.
Wing damage. Wing damage.
Did F1 driver turn in, or was that Nufsy Ryan turning back in at him? They stayed side by side through turn 1 in the chicane, but Nufsy Ryan is going to be affected by this now. I don't think he's too happy with F1 driver here. The two Brits. It's not the first time those two have collided. So let's.
No.
Oh, whoa! Felipe getting pushed by F1 driver again. I've got to say, how F1 driver caught up to these guys is incredible. But if that was real life, I think F1 driver would have had a puncture. But I think we're lucky we're not running simulation damage here, because that could have changed a lot of things. DW close to Album Outlaw. And I didn't say his name in like gibberish this time compared to the tier 2 race. So, Felipe behind Nufsy Ryan one more time. He's going to try everything. Nufsy Ryan sideways! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, 3 wide! 3 wide! He's going to make a double overtake! Just like he made a great one back in USA on the final lap. That was great by F1 driver pulling that off. Oh my goodness. Holy cow, give me some popcorn, because Nufsy Ryan's going to charge back at it with Felipe. 3 wide, possibly one more time. Yes, they will.
He's going for it. He's squeezed onto the grass. He has to cut.
He goes wide. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a little bit dangerous by F1 driver, but they had to make sure they didn't go 3 wide and crash it right there. DW,
yeah, he went around the bollards. That's a little bit of an unfair penalty.
Oh, DW, going wide. Oh, 10 seconds. Yeah, that is a little bit unfair, too. That might be taken away, unless he gives the position back. Yes, which he does. That will probably be taken away. That was a little bit unfair to W, I gotta say. Polo got still running in the points, though. Hopefully I jinxed him. Tax, 3-second time penalty. So yeah, it's still crazy. Nufsy Ryan might have more damage, I'm not sure, but he did get forced there by F1 driver, but I don't think it was smart to go 3 wide in that type of area, because it just got so tight. They want to be careful of each other's braking zones into turn 1, as that can get pretty ugly, as we've seen before. Wow, front 3 still running within a second, so this is pretty good. And I gotta say, look who's starting to creep up in that picture just a little bit if anything happens. Mr. Tax, up in P4. And Alabama Outlaw still close once again. He is really proving why he deserves a tier 1 ride, and there's been a crash somewhere. It's a Toro Rosso, or no, is it Ricochet? It may have been Ricochet.
Too sure.
Felipe on F1 driver heading into turn 1. F1 driver's gonna go defensive. Side by side. Oh, going wide.
Trying to go side by side again.
There was almost slight contact, and that could have resulted into something worse. But Nufsy Ryan actually may win this on penalties. I'm not quite sure. Remember, Nufsy Ryan does have actually 2 penalties from that, and F1 driver has a 1 penalty. So if Nufsy Ryan does get that removed, they may be even on penalties. As Vivid has joined the lobby. Atlantis getting passed by Rapalucas. Rapalucas back into the points. Still a good day for him if he can hold off on that, but again, just for him coming in this late, and I know he got a little bit affected and a little bit lucky by the whole lobby wait we had. You know, a lot of people didn't appreciate that, how that happened, but I mean, we were waiting on 2 people, so I mean, that could easily, you know, be the reason that, you know, some people do get points and others don't. So DW close to Album Outlaw, and still close between this top 3. 1.2 seconds separate these guys. Felipe gaining on F1 driver. These guys' ERS is pretty low. I gotta say, the highest ERS within the top 10 is actually Ricochet 8th and GSRX in 7th. DW gaining on Alabama Outlaw heading into turn 1. No ERS applied for either driver. And this has been such a great battle we've seen between 3 drivers. It's been so many races we've seen between 3 drivers at the front for the whole race, or even just by the end of the race in general. Oh, Nufsy Ryan goes in the air and almost flips his car. He spun it. He nearly flips off the curb, and now I jinxed it. I'm out. Milo, take over. I'm back. I'll be back. I jinxed it.
This is awkward. You just saw that NUFC Ryan make probably one of the biggest mistakes of his league racing career. He is now down to 4th and with a couple of time penalties as well. And with his damage, he's also got Alabama Outlaw and DW about a second back. So things are getting pretty sticky for him.
I've got to say, I wish we could have an instant replay because he nearly flipped over the curb. That was interesting as hell to see. But Rappalucas back in 10th. Let's see what he can do for Polo God here. Heading into the exit of Ascari. Polo God goes wide. Now this is... Oh, Bama! Bama's getting to a barrier with Nufsy Ryan. Oh, and in front of the track, in front of GSRX. A front wing broken, just like Vettel and Stroll and Gasly. These 2 are going to have to pit. We might see another collision again. No, we won't. But Bama is speeding. What happened there?
Safety car. This is the latest safety car.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Chaos
I don't know what to say. What to say about that? You know, we've seen some safety cars before in leagues with ARL, GSR, and other leagues. We've seen leagues where safety cars happen with 10 laps to go or 5 laps to go, but this is going to be a 5 to go restart probably, from the looks of it, when it's going to end. Nufsy Ryan, what happened with him and Bama? I don't know, but Nufsy Ryan nearly pulled right back in front of the track. If anyone wants to clip that, that could be a penalty. I'm telling you right now, because that easily could be a penalty for Nufsy Ryan again. Or you could just keep that 3 seconds that he had. Safety car is out, though, for the first time this race.
And it came late.
Holy cow. And it came, I think, at the right time, but not the right time for Felipe and F1 driver. You know who I think is going to be in contention for this win now? I think GSRX. He's going to have a great contention for this win. Rappalucas, this helps him, too. P7, he was P10. What in the hell?
I'm going to check some penalties. So, who we got out front? It is F1 driver.
So who's going to pit? Who's going to pit here? Who's going to go to soft slate in the race? DW. He's the first driver to make a choice. GSRX. Does he go in?
F1 driver has 6 seconds.
He does.
Felipe has 8 seconds.
Rappalucas, does he stay out or does he go in? This could change the championship. That's how it goes. Does he stay in? Does he go out? He's going to make a late choice.
He's coming in.
He's going to go in. Bama.
Still know who's driving that car, to be honest.
I know, and I feel like it's Rappalucas with how that car has been driven back, but I don't know, man. He said he would be back by 5:20 UK time, so he might be driving the thing. Who knows? But, oh my goodness. This is going to be a run to the end. This is going to be great. I'm telling you. That safety car, race-changing stuff. Rappalucas is going to be down in P10, I think. Maybe P11. He's going to be down in P10. So, originally where it was, so it's not going to affect him too much, but he's going to be past some of the guys, maybe like Outlaw or some of the other guys up in the front, who, this is going to be a cluster. I'm telling you, I'm kind of glad I kind of jinxed that whole thing with the front 3, but I was mentioning how in these races this season, we've seen 3 car battles for the win, or just 3 drivers battling all race, or more. We've seen it in France. We've seen it for a little while in Brazil. We've seen it in USA. We've seen it in Canada. We've seen it in the last 2 races. We've seen it all. 3 or more drivers battling for at least most of the race, and we're gonna see it again. What a thriller this was! I've got to say, I hope people clip that or make a meme out of me, because I know I'm already going to get memed on for leaving the commentary booth for like 20 seconds. I'm already going to get memed on, so it's alright. It's no worries, but, you know, I got to say, Nufsy Ryan.
It's alright.
Yeah, you're the meme lord. I gotta tell you. I'm sure someone will have the memes ready. I sure will. I'm ready to get memed on. I knew I was gonna jinx it. I knew I was, but Nufsy Ryan.
Oh, DW! Oh my days! He almost went straight into tax. He got that braking horribly wrong.
He's gonna lose a position here, I think. Maybe the GSR. No, he's not gonna lose a position to GSRX, but he did get a warning for that. Let me check. He may have done it safely. He did not get a warning for that. So DW has some penalties. There's a few penalties he has. Remember, any 5 seconds that people want taken away, the issue is if it is served in the pits by the game, which is gonna suck if it was. It cannot be appealed. If you did a last pit stop, like for example Felipe, where he could easily get 5 seconds removed if he didn't speed, but we'll have to see if it was a BS 5 seconds. We'll have to see whatever the situation is. We'll have to check it out after the race. I don't think Rapper Lucas feels comfortable having Nufsy Ryan around him. Whoa, yeah, I don't think so either. But I've got to say, Nufsy Ryan literally flew over the curb, and then drama ensued at that point. I want to say, people kind of did criticize a little bit Nufsy Ryan for causing, even including TRL Limitless, TSRL, for causing a late race safety car in TSRL, and it caused Limitless, I believe, to lose the race, if I'm correct. So, Limitless gone on Twitter and was pretty pissed about it after the race, which anyone would be, I understand. So, obviously, I'm sure that, you know, that was pretty not good by those two. Is safety car in the slap or not? No, it is not.
No, it's not.
So, we're going to have a 4 to go restart by the looks of it. This is going to be nuts. I want to mention some of the good days people have had. GSRX, he took advantage of that. DW, he's not had the best of days, but he's recovered a little bit. Bama, he had a great day recovering, but until the crash he had, didn't really help. Polo, he stayed in the points. He's not letting Aaron Ocon race this one, I'm telling you right now. He is not letting it happen. He may DNF here from this, who knows, because it's going to get chaotic, and no one's going to give a shit. That's just being honest. No one is gonna. And, oh, this is going to get good.
Oh, Aaron Felipe's lost it. Exit of turn 2, tax.
Oh, Tax has got a penalty for it. Oh, boy.
What could he have done there?
Late safety car drama again. Late race drama again. I want to mention Atlantis in the points. Rapaluca's coming back after the 2 incidents he's had today. And just from starting back there and having... Maybe... Is it him or his dad? Who knows? But, Thrasher could have a chance to score points. Hellcat could. Sam Steed could help this. But I gotta say, you know who are the big winners from that? Really Alfa Romeo, because as of right now, including pole position, they have a total of 37 points, and they could really pass Haas a ton here after this race. But I think safety car cut is coming in this lap, and I don't think Tax will be too happy with that penalty with Felipe, and I think he'll get that removed.
No, he won't. And like you said, GSRX is in a lovely position here.
And new tires for him, DW, Ricochet, Polo got Atlantis, Rapalucas. A lot of the guys have newer tires. They got to take advantage of this. They can't just sit around. No, they better get by who the guys in front have to. They better get by. Because if they don't, they're wasting an opportunity at a podium. And remember, I want to actually look at penalties between the top 5. GSRX, a penalty. Okay. DW, 2 penalties, including that 5 seconds. Tax, technically 3 or 4 penalties around there. Felipe has a 5 seconds. Another penalty. F1 driver has 2 penalties. So GSRX, can he take a win out of this, or even just a podium? And they're trying to stop in the last sector. They're doing everything they can to back up the pack. But F1 driver might go here at the last corner if he can. He's going to go at the wrong time. It's really going to mess someone up. I don't think anyone's colliding, but F1 driver takes sideways. Oh, he's going to get it going, but here comes Felipe. And here comes GSRX and DW. Green flag, 4 laps to go. We're green, green, green. And Felipe, here he comes on him. Tax coming for the win. And in the back, Nufsy Ryan and Rapalucas going wheel to wheel. Contact is made. Going off track is Felipe. Time penalty for Bama. And Polo's been spun out. A whole front wing is gone. And now, DW is getting advantage on Felipe. Felipe is losing time. And now GSRX is going to have to take advantage. I'm losing my voice.
Contact!
Oh, wing is broken. Polo God's out. So he's going to have to let Aaron
Oh
come.
no, Aaron!
No,
Oh,
Aaron. No. Polo God, no. Oh, my goodness. Polo,
Excuse
you
me.
not hear the end of this. Oh, my voice. But Iron Axe is on a run for a podium or even a win. Felipe's got to get his butt going. And Polo God already mad in chat from that. Oh boy, that is the third DNF, but 3 to go this time. What are we gonna see? These guys have to work together. Ricochet, penalty. These guys have to work together to catch Felipe and even catch F1 driver who has penalties. GSRX cannot afford a penalty. We've got to say 2.9 seconds between F1 driver and GSRX. What can GSRX do out of this? You know, GSRX said last week after his interview, I just need a momentum from this. I just want momentum. Nufsy Ryan already up to 8th. Look at this battle. Tax and DW going wheel to wheel. 3 laps to go. Polo God not going to be happy with that one, though. Oh, boy. Remember, we made the deal. Oh, Tax is getting turned sideways with damage. Contact is made. GSRX has to get by. He's 3.5 seconds back. This is not going to help him. Wing damage has been broken in the back. Same seed down. Rapaluca's 10th. A late race safety car. This reminds me of Brazil. What a race this has turned into. DW Tax. Wheel to wheel. Oh, no. Ricochet's going to get turned. Nufsy Ryan's going to get involved. Bama's going to get damaged. And so is Thrasher and Ricochet. Rapalucas has left the session. Tax is going to get passed by DW. And here comes GSRX. Ricochet down in P14. His championship's hopes are possibly over. GSRX needs to work together with these guys to catch F1 driver. What can they do off of penalties? Will any penalties be appealed by Tax, though? Can GSRX get his first podium? He had a chance in France to do so, but DW's AI costed him, and that got Ricochet the podium he needed. As I'm losing my voice, I apologize, but the two teammates, Kogad and Rapalucas is not here. Now, make sure you invite Rapalucas back to the session, Milo, so he does not get a DNR. But here comes GSRX and Tax. They have to work together to catch F1 driver, get him off of penalties. They need to do something. Polo God's left the session. GSRX staying in a comfortable position. Atlantis in 7th. GSRX has picked up a penalty. That's not what he needed. And Kogada, Nufsy Ryan forced him off the racetrack. Late race drama here in Italy. CMC battling Rapalucas' AI car. Contact and side by side. And GSRX is battling Tax now. Alrighty. Oh boy. What has this race turned into? Final lap this time. Ricochet's got to be mad about that one, but post-race penalties, that's something that could change a lot of these races, which has before with these races. But oh boy, what a race this has been. I gotta say, from that safety car coming out, Gokada and Nufsy Ryan and Sam Steed are gonna battle it out 3 wide, possibly heading into Ascari. Contact could happen at any moment. Side by side still, and now Kogada gets the advantage out, and he's gonna get ahead. 5 of the last 6 races, Polo got his DNF, but DW, can he take a chance of this? He's going to gain on Felipe. GSRX side by side with Tax, who is damaged. DW, fastest lap. That's an extra point for him that he needs. Here comes Tax and GSRX. Side by side and wheel to wheel. Rapalucas back online. Ricochet, fastest lap there. Atlantis and Bama, wheel to wheel almost. Sam Steed and Nufsy Ryan going wide.
Pit.
Oh, that's really going to screw him over.
That's absolutely huge for the championship.
Yeah, that's going to affect him. DW going wide. And now, the question is, what is the penalties between F1 driver and DW? F1 driver, 2 penalties.
I have no
DW.
idea at this point. It's crazy.
Oh boy, I'm not even paying attention to penalties. I don't even know at this point. I don't even care who's going to win this race off of penalties, though. Does someone have last amount of penalties in F1 driver? F1 driver trying for his 3rd win of the season. Can he do it? He's got to make it through Parabolica and out of the exit of Ascari. Nufsy Ryan's been passed by Sam Steed. Contact between the two again. Side by side into Ascari. Contact is made again. An F1 driver heading into Parabolica for the final time. He's going to come home for Alfa Romeo and possibly win this race off of penalties. He does it. He wins it on track. DW crossing the line. Way behind.
Wow.
Felipe GSRX, first podium, and the first 1-2 for Alfa Romeo, and Atlantis is on a podium. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Max
goodness.
10th, 11th.
11th.
He's
Oh
dropped
my.
all the way out the points.
Ricochet, fastest lap on the last lap. What is it? Hellcat, 7. Samsteed, 6. Thrasher, P8. What is this turned into?
How has that happened? How has that
What
physically
in the
happened?
hell?
DW's
What
just said he
in the
wants to
hell?
appeal immediately. So is Tax, so there's going to be a lot going on post-race.
Oh my
You
God.
really need to stay tuned, guys. Honestly.
Yeah, you really do. Sorting's gonna happen immediately. Holy shit. What the hell has happened? Well, F1 driver gets his 3rd win. Alfa Romeo's first 1-2 in the league's first 1-2 in the league. GSRX first podium. What the hell has happened? Atlantis' first podium. What the hell has happened? Explain to me! I knew something was gonna happen with these results, but what the hell? What the hell? What has happened? Alfa Romeo get the first 1-2 in this league. GSRX, I told you, he could do something like that. I knew it was gonna happen. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's gonna be a... Stay tuned for post-race penalties. There and post-race appeals, I'll tell you that.
Has everyone got a penalty? Oh, Tony Polar that avoided the penalty today.
Wow, what has this turned into? I gotta say, what in the... That safety car. And then the first and highest finishing American is GSRX. Axe is really trying to get that team leader spot. 1-2, 44 points for them. Oh my God, I think Atlantis has got to be Gasly right now, being in P3. Oh my goodness, what the hell happened? I gotta say. Oh boy, we're gonna get some interviews in. I think you need to invite the podium right now. Holy shiz. I'm not gonna keep cussing, but oh my God. Wow. Oh yes, good luck sorting out penalties. I heard at the chat. What? Best race so far. Best race so far. I'm not saying anything else. I'm not saying anything else. Best race so far, just because the safety car labors drama. But you know, you can't really always say about that Brazil. You know, with last year in F1, I'm sweating. I don't know. Yeah, if taxes appeal, he should finish about 4th, but wow. Yeah, I think we need to invite the top 3. There's gonna be a lot of interviews. Holy cow. And a lot of post-race penalties too, I want to mention. Holy cow. Where's GSRX going? And I gotta say, how can you not love ARL for that one? Oh my goodness. Well, F1 driver, you have joined. You there, F1 driver?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Make sure you include your audio, F1 driver. GSRX,
Yes.
first podium.
Let's go.
Make sure you include your audio. Oh my God. I gotta say, what a thriller that was, you guys. Who wants to go first, F1 driver next? Who wants to go first? Make sure audio is included.
Let F1 driver go first.
Alright,
And the
F1
winner should
driver.
go first.
Yeah, I agree. Win today in the, I'll just call it the Brazil Grand Prix with the light race safety car. But, oh my God, what a thriller you put on with that show. When you saw Nufsy Ryan make contact with people, including yourself, what were you thinking going through your head? Because, obviously the incident with him did cause an incident, and it did cause you to force him wide. Do you think you'll get any post-race penalty for that, or anything that could shake up things?
No.
I mean, because it was aggressive driving. But what do you got to say about today's race?
Yeah, definitely a good one. He was racing hard as he always does, so I don't see why it would be fair to give me a penalty when he races me hard, and then when he tries to dive me around the outside of the first chicane, and he decides to go around the outside, go onto the curb, and then go straight into the side of my car. It just doesn't work. But yeah, overall, good race.
It was a good race. This might help your championship. Now, Rapalucas had a destroying race, and now this is going to get you back in contention. You said you might have been out of contention last week after missing it. What do you think about that? There's 2 races left. What can happen for you now?
I don't know. I don't know at all. See what we can do.
Alrighty. Milo, any questions for F1 driver?
Obviously, congratulations to you. Massive win with Tax
Congrats.
dropping down to 11th with the penalties. He is obviously due to appeal them. You do move ahead of him as it stands. What do you think your chances are of fighting Ricochet and DW as well?
Yeah, I think Ricochet and DW will be a good fight. Rapalucas is a bit out of reach at the minute, but yeah, should be a good fight for P2 in the championship.
Definitely should. Man, congrats though on the win today. GSRX! First podium! I told you it was gonna happen this season. Holy shit!
It's about time.
Oh my god, it is about time. You know, with the struggles you had last race, I said you practiced so much for that race. I gotta say, you wanted it to rain today. You were literally 5-6 tenths faster than anyone in the wet that I've seen on time trial. You wanted it to rain. Is that redemption for that? Is that redemption for Britain? Is that redemption for France when you had the chance for a podium?
Well, I did say last week in my interview mid-race that I would be back this week, and I think I've sure shown that up. It was such a good race. My qualifying I screwed up really bad. I caught the grass going in second ledge, which is really a rookie mistake. And then the race start didn't go well. I got damage off the start. Someone went up my side when I had yellow wing, so I pit a little bit early, lap 9 I think. Replaced it. We got the lucky safety car, which was an awesome break for me. I was able to put on softs and drove it all the way. P4 on track, P3 or P2 in the race off penalties. Felipe did say he might get a penalty removed. DW also said, but DW was still in an incident anyway, so I don't know how it'll go.
Yes, and so was a lot of drivers in that top 10 were in a lot of incidents toward the late part of the race. That was a cluster, but I gotta say, I was talking to you, and I believe it was Vivid one night before the league. I believe it was for Austria. I said, you know what? I said, Typhoon or Atlantis will have a shocking race. Something will happen late in the race. You'll be on podium a few times maybe this year. You know what? My prediction maybe came right, but I gotta say, what have you got to say about that? I'm speechless for you. Oh my god.
I mean, it really helps out me. Not really too much in the championship, but I think the team effort was there today. We
Alpha
obviously
1-2.
first 1-2. Yeah, that's awesome. Really gonna help our constructors bid. Now we just kind of have to drive it home pretty much.
I gotta say, your Champions Championship has been changed now. You're gaining on DW, Tax, and Ricochet. When you came into the season, you talked to me about this, and you mentioned it to me. You know, you said you don't really have the chances for podiums. You don't really have the chances fighting for wins. But the championship for 2nd and 3rd and 4th, it's still within reach. Do you think it's even possible to get there at this point?
I mean, if we have another race like we did today, obviously it's on the cards, but I think if I can stay top 5 in the championship somehow, I think that would be a win for me. That's my goal.
Yeah. That'll definitely help. I gotta ask, did you have Vivid coaching you? Because I saw you join the lobby at the last minute.
He was, he joined our party, joined the lobby, and he was reading off penalties for everybody, so he was kind of helping us out.
Yeah, did you think you were going to get P2 off of that? Because we didn't really know what was going to go on with penalties. We knew something crazy
I knew I was going to be close to P2. I knew I had a podium, but I wasn't sure about Felipe.
Now, if you didn't get the last penalty and made the rookie mistakes you did, do you think that win was in reach out, at least off of penalties?
I was 5 tenths off F1 driver. I got held up behind Tax when he had lost his front wing on that final restart.
Yes, I saw.
So, maybe it was, but I feel like I would have gotten that penalty anyway. So, it still mattered to me.
Yeah. Alright, now I'll be inviting Atlantis to the party. Congratulations on P2. That was and by the way,
Thank you.
Highest American finisher in Tier 1. I want to mention that. That is pretty good. Yeah. All right. We'll be inviting Atlantis to the party now, and what he's got to say on his first podium in a while.
Yeah,
You know, I gotta say it's been a while for him, and you know, even coming into the season, he's been finishing 6th, 7th. He's joined the party now. Lannis, are you here? Lannis. Oh, he's acting.
Oh dear. Technical difficulties.
Let me know when he connects, guys. Oh my god, that was great. Gotta say, what a thriller. I think I raced great. Now, Lannis does have a broken mic, so he's gonna be coming on in the Xbox app. I gotta say, though, holy cow. Oh. The influence a safety car could cause. Oh my god, tax down to P11. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of stuff change in these last 10, well, the last 3 laps. There was so much that happened that even penalties being appealed, anything else. Oh my goodness. You know, and I gotta say, this race reminded me of Brazil, except for battles for the lead most of the time.
Dear.
Xbox B. Alright, so I'm getting Atlantis back in here. I'll be talking to him. He'll be the last person we talk to. Alright, Atlantis has joined the party. Atlantis, make sure you include your audio. Make sure you include your audio. Keep it PG. Well, I haven't. But P3 pulling the Gasly with the safety car late race. Oh my god. What do you got to say about that? You don't know what to say. That is true. No, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's one way to put
Nice
it.
one.
Yeah. I gotta say, you've had struggles in ILR Tier 5. You started practicing for these races now. You tied your best finish last week again in Britain, if I'm correct, around 6th or 7th. You were up there pretty much most of the race in Britain. You were contending for a good points anyway, and you were contending really just for barely being inside the points today. You didn't really have the luck, but at the end, you got lucky by that safety car, and you really got helped by that. You know, ILR, you had good pace. You started very well in Tier 4 it was, or Tier 3, one of the two, whatever tier it was. Yeah, Tier 2 at the start, yeah. And you did very good, and this has been a racetrack that has treated you very kind. You know, obviously you had the ILR moment where you fell out of the race at one point. Now I've gotta say though, is this payback for that? Because I gotta say, there's been a lot of races where you probably should have done better, but now you proved it today that you deserve to be in Tier 1, I guess, next season, or deserve to have that ride, not a reserve spot. Right. Oh, yeah. I've got to say, I don't know what the reaction was like. I don't know what it was like. I'm sure for all of you, it's crazy. But I've got to say, great run by Torosso, your team today. Actually, Thrasher's team, but was your team. But regardless, in the end, you guys both scored double points today. And I've got to say, that's the same thing that happened in Germany in real life. And just like Kvyat, I've got to say, you guys probably didn't expect to finish in the points, and you both did. And you finished on podium as of right now. But obviously penalties could change things, which would really suck. Obviously, penalties are something that could change a lot of things. But you've got to be happy with this result, because this is your best result so far. I've got to say to you too, because the thing is, you know, with you got frustrated before a few months ago, maybe within the last few months, that F1's just getting boring. I might not buy the next F1 game. I'm just getting frustrated because I'm getting taken out every race, or stuff's just happening to me. I'm not getting the good luck that I had before in the past, back in 2017 or 2018. You know, I think today may have changed your mind. I'm not sure, but that P3, I've got to say, should just an underdog team of Toro Rosso in Tier 1. What does this mean to your team in general? And what does this mean to the team owner of Thrasher to help him? Because I know you two are really good buddies. So, obviously, I'm sure that means a lot to you guys. Oh boy, who knows what the driver's setting to be like? Who knows? Oh my god. Oh no. Wow, what a race though, guy. You guys have any questions for each other or anything before I get Thrasher back in here? Because he's going to be a happy man for that second points finish in Tier 1.
Oh, that's nice. Come on.
That's a 1-2.
Who didn't get a... Who? Imagine not getting a 1-2.
Gotta say, Thrasher's joined up now. Thrasher, another points finish for you. Best Tier 1 finish. You know, I think the momentum in Austria helped for sure. Make sure you include your audio, by the way. Make sure that's included. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my god.
We were deliberately told to include our audio. You're that one person
Imagine not
who doesn't
including
do
your
it.
audio. Imagine not including your audio.
Could never be me.
Well, Thrasher, make sure you include your audio.
It's included.
Make sure. All right, but I've got to say, best Tier 1 finish for you. You came off of the Austria win. You kind of were a little bit mad after yesterday's race, but usually penalty is not your strong suit, and that kind of actually helped you get P8 today. I believe. What was it? P8? Yeah, P8.
Yeah,
P7.
P8.
What was it?
P8.
Yeah, I mean, you know, double points for your team in Toro Rosso. This is gonna help you guys in Tier 1. You know, I gotta say, you know, this race was just something else. It was good. What do you got to say about it?
Yeah, I didn't get the greatest start. I let off on the lap 1 because I thought there was gonna be a couple huge incidents on lap 1. However, I was wrong.
It was very clean, yeah.
So I just, just kept running and I got a couple in front of drivers, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I was the last one to pit out of everybody.
Yes.
And
I think so. Yeah, you were ahead of me.
And yeah, so then I pit, went on the mediums, and I was like, this is gonna drop me so far back, and so it dropped me behind Sam Steed, and I was praying that a safety car would come out, and it came out.
It did.
And so I pitted for softs, and then I started to make a couple moves. Some guys got spun out, but I started to make a couple moves after the safety car, and I came across the line off of the final corner on the last lap.
What position were you in on track? What
I was
position were you in on track?
I was either P12 or P13.
Wow.
And I hear Atlantis yell P3. So I look at the leaderboard, and I'm like, holy P8.
Yeah.
And I just saw a bunch of guys move down because of penalties. Because I didn't have a lot of penalties. I only had a 3-second, and that was for putting 2 tires on a curb in a Scari. So, overall, it wasn't a great start to the race, but it was sure a great finish, at least for both to our Rosto drivers. Because as you said, this is going to help us in constructors.
It is. It's going to be really odd with the point standings, how it's going to be, but I've got to say, you both said you didn't expect points coming into today or anything good to happen, but double points and a podium. You've got to feel very good about that, Thrasher, and I know now that you're tied with Rapid Extreme in points, too, in Tier 2 and 3rd in points. That will also help, too, I think, with that, feeling that much better.
Yeah. It feels good. I told Atlantis, I said, don't expect anything from me this race. I'm just here to run dead last the whole race. And, I guess I was wrong. And I got P8. It sucks that Typhoon couldn't make it. I really hate it for him. But I think it was his dad's birthday. I think that's what he said. So,
Happy birthday to him, I guess.
I hope he would spend some time with his dad. So I came out, I'm the team owner. I came out just to drive. I didn't think I was going to get points, but I'm proud of Atlantis to podium.
Yeah,
hopefully we can
Tier 2
carry.
drivers, though.
Yeah,
An 8th.
hopefully we can carry some momentum. For me to Tier 2. Oh wait. Actually, no, never mind. I won't be able to make next race. But hopefully it helps Atlantis bring some momentum into Tier 1 next weekend.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully. Now, there is 3 races left in Tier 2 and 2 races left in Tier 1, Germany and Abu Dhabi, for both tiers. I've got to say, it's going to be crazy. It could rain next week, too. I want to mention, I think we're lucky it didn't rain today.
Everybody's hopes up.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I don't. Who knows? I don't. But I've got to say, what an interesting one. F1 driver. I remember the Valtteri Bottas quote in the chat you said earlier. If you still have your audio included, if you're still here, F1 driver, you mind saying that again? F1 driver, is he here? Don't think so, but he did say, to whom it may concern, thank you. So, obviously, 2 races left, Germany and Abu Dhabi. 3 races left for Tier 2, Germany and Abu Dhabi. But what can we see heading into these next races? There are just a few more left in the season before next season starts. Well, me and Milo Gaming commentator today will be back for Tier 2 and Tier 1 next week for the German Grand Prix. We will see you